Welcome to Las Vegas and welcome to the Excalibur Hotel and Casino. It's named after the mythical sword of King Arthur and uses the medieval time period theme all across the hotel. I first wanted to give you the view at nighttime. It is spectacular, and we got there at night, so I wanted to start it kind of at nighttime, and I'll take you on through to the day later. The Excalibur Hotel, actually being situated in Paradise, Nevada at 3850 South Las Vegas Boulevard, was opened June 19th, 1990, a little bit over 30 years ago. And it has 4,032 hotel rooms. It is home of the Tournament of Kings, the Australia's Thunder from Down Under, and the Australian Bee Gees shows. A few notable places to eat in the hotel is the Steakhouse at Camelot, Dairy Queen, Johnny Rockets, famous for hamburgers, and Dick's Last Resort. I didn't care for Dick's Last Resorts because they're known to hurl insults at you and different vulgar things, but if you ask them for normal service, they will do that. That's where we ate the first night we were there. The Excalibur is definitely kid friendly. It has an area called the Fun Dungeon, and the kids can be down there for hours. And to boot, there's a Dairy Queen right in the center of it all. So going into the hotel room, things are looking pretty decent. Let's do a little drive-by real quick. Okay, nothing bad so far. But let's back up a minute. Let's go on and do a detailed look into the bathroom. And looks good, first glance. And it was fine. The Excalibur hotel rooms were fine. They just were not elaborate and very updated. They were just a little old. You can see a little wear and tear here and there, but not much so far. So far, you can't see anything. The sink area is very clean. I even did a swipe test. I took one of my wet wipes or my Lysol wipes, and I wiped things down, and you could not hardly find dust anywhere. It was very clean. When you look closer, there's just some cosmetic things going on. It's a little rusty down behind the toilet there, little spots on the wall. There weren't many spots. I only counted about, I think, 5 total in the room. There's some nicks on the artwork, but otherwise, very clean. I can't complain too much. Just that, it just depends on your taste. The caulking was not dirty, but it was just a darker color and just a little old, but again, it was clean. The things we saw seemed to be permanent stainings, but not dirt. And these indents seem to be indentions from the locks on the door, the chain area from the entry door. So they were dents from that. And here you can see nicks in the bedding furniture, which is fairly normal if the furniture is older. And I really don't care for things like this in a hotel room. and especially in light colors, because you can see the staining and it just doesn't look good, and it doesn't feel good to sit on something that looks like that. So I was not happy with that. Fabric for a couch in a hotel room, just wasn't a fan of it. Always make sure to do a bed bug check around the seams of the mattresses when you go into a hotel room. I didn't find anything here, so everything looks pretty good. I was so skeptical when they told us we were going to be on the 6th floor. We did not think it was going to be high enough for a view, and we were right. We were right behind a tower, a castle tower or spire, so it was not high enough. We definitely had to get a new room. Just showing some wear and tear on the furniture that you might not see at other fancier hotels. Alright, so this is room number 2 up on the 19th floor. We had an awful view last night, so we are looking into this one. And it looks nice so far. I'm gonna wipe it down. Maybe later when we come back, it's time for us to get out and about. But it looks very nice. Looks the same as yesterday. And to their credit, the hotel room last night, it wasn't dirty. It's just old. The hotel is just old, and they just need to kind of like revamp the rooms, redo some furniture, but because as you can see, it's just chipped up and everything, but it's clean. And last night I did do, like I said, to give them credit, it was clean. When I did my wipe down, there was hardly anything on the wipe. So they do clean well. But y'all, look at our view this time. We are facing the Luxor, and we have a very nice view this morning in this second hotel room. They have to get some window cleaners to clean their windows, but it's gorgeous, gorgeous view. Now again, to their credit, Las Vegas Strip is basically a pop-up in the desert, y'all. So they would have to have men up on the scaffoldings cleaning windows all the time, because it's just basically a dust storm. So the windows, you know, they're going to be dusty. It's a nice room. It is clean. So satisfied this time. Wish we were here last night. Same closet. They have a safe, iron and board iron, and the little thing there. What I do, you guys, I always bring my Lysol wipes, and I wipe down the faucet, the sink. I wipe down the toilet. But there's about, how many? There's 15 wipes in here. So you can bring a couple of packs with you on vacation. Wipe down the rods, the toilet, the handle, the toilet seat, of course, the back of it, the handles there. I do the spout and where we're gonna put our soap at, and the handles and everything. And always wipe down the dressers, top of the tables, the knobs on the lamps, and the table here. And also remember to wipe down all doorknobs, phone, and TV remote. Now, between people, they should change their sheets, and they usually do. But if you're just doubly concerned, take the fabric Clorox spray and just spray down the sheets, just a light mist, and that way you'll feel better. I just wipe everything down, so if you feel more comfortable, I feel much more comfortable anyway. All right, so that's it for now. We're about to hit the strip. That's hubby right there. But that is the tour of the Excalibur room, the Royal Tower. Got on our blue and white. So that's the outfit up today. So we're about to hit the strip. Can't wait to see this view later on tonight. Now we're going to take you outside and show you some daytime views from both days. Excalibur elevators. This is the 19th floor. We are going down. The Las Vegas monorail was available for transportation, along with a double-decker bus public system. Here is the beautiful Excalibur Pool area. Just for transparency's sake, I did not take these pictures, but we didn't even go out to see the pools because it was March and we were not going to be able to swim, unfortunately. The Excalibur checkout time is 11 a.m. You can extend it to 12 noon. But if you want to leave your bags there for the day, if your plane doesn't leave till late like ours did, we left our bags there, came back and got them, and then went on to the airport. This is our 2-day Las Vegas itinerary that our daughter Jalen made for us. And also she gave us information on the monorail system and the Deuce double-decker bus. So I hope you all enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed the information about the hotel rooms, plus the Excalibur Hotel, all in all. We had a wonderful experience there. Like you saw, it's not the most grandiose as far as the rooms go. They're not super modern. Some of them are kind of old. Some of the furniture is old, but they are clean. The hotel was clean. So it was fine for just what we needed it for. We were gone all the time that we were there. We only slept there and got ready for the day for the most part. So you should be good. Also, there's some other tips that I want to share with you real quick. There is a couple of things me and my husband had information on we wanted to share with you before you go. Okay, so I had to get my little notes out because I didn't want to miss telling you all anything. The first thing to consider is when you're looking for a hotel, kind of get your budget together, see what you want to spend, because depending on the amount of time you're going to be there, you might not want a super expensive hotel or resort if you're not going to be in your room long. They, like the Excalibur, you can get, I'm thinking as cheap as $59. Like I said, I didn't plan the trip, so, but I believe some of the rooms were as cheap as $64.99. That's what I heard per night. So make sure that you check all the hotel rates and different things like that, your comfort level. The Excalibur, like I said, the grounds and the hotel itself, gorgeous. Even the inside, the casino, the shops, the eateries and stuff, gorgeous. It was just the actual rooms they had not, I guess, updated in a while as far as their furniture. So it was clean, but just a couple scuff marks here and there and stuff like that. The mattresses looked fine and all that stuff, but it was just older as far as the actual room goes. So consider your comfort level and the amount of time you're going to be there. If you're just going to be there like 3 days, you may want to go with a cheaper hotel because you're not going to be there. You're just sleeping and then getting ready for the day. If you can stay away from home a long time and you want to vacation and have a good time, if you get what I'm saying, if you want to do a little leisurely vacation plus do the strip, 7 days would be great. That way you can enjoy your hotel a little bit, you know, go to the pool, kind of enjoy the amenities in your own hotel. 7 days would be great. You can do the Strip and enjoy your hotel room. Now, if you just have, now we just had 2 days. So we were really just trying to hit everything we could, because we did Denver 1 day and Las Vegas 2 days. I would suggest a minimum of 4 days, 5 if you can. That would give you some time to enjoy your hotel a little bit, but you trying to do that whole Strip in 4 or 5 days. So just consider that the amount of time you're going to be in your hotel room and the amount of money you have for that. The second thing, get good sleep before you go to Las Vegas, because you're not going to get good sleep there. We were so tired by that second night. It was just ridiculous. But we were having so much fun. But sleep before you go so that you won't be, tuckered out by the time the end of your trip comes around. Comfortable shoes. All right, now, I need a spanker for this. My sister told me good and well to wear comfortable shoes when you go. I thought I was doing that. I had some plastic slides, and you can see them in the video. And by the way, if you didn't know, this is a 3-part series type of thing, this Las Vegas video series. It was the Pack With Me Las Vegas, the actual vacation trip, and then this third video here with the information about the hotel room and Vegas tips. So the shoes that I had, they were like the old jelly, remember those jelly shoes we used to get a long time ago when we were little? Oh my goodness. They looked comfortable, they were flat, and they felt good on my feet when I tried them on. But when I walked in them a long time, after that first hour, they were cut where my foot would bend like this. They would cut into it was hard plastic, so it cut into my foot. One of my feet on the top, it bled some. But good thing I had all that stuff that I had, in my purse, and I had Band-Aids. So I had to put Band-Aids across the top of my feet where the plastic was bending into. So that was not good at all. And then I had to stop at Walgreens. Thank goodness they got Walgreens and CVS on the street, because I had to get some pads for my shoes. You do not want to wear flat shoes with no soles. It was no support. Make sure you have either gym shoes that you have worn before or some super comfortable shoes. I took comfortable shoes, but I was trying to look cute that first day, and I didn't have them comfortable shoes in the bag with me for the Strip. And once you get down so far, you don't want to go way back to your hotel and waste time and all that stuff. So if you want to look cute, get some cute, comfortable shoes. But, gym shoes are good with a sole. Just some soft shoes. Even flip-flops with a thick sole I think would be decent. But, make sure that they're comfortable and something you have worn for a while and you know that they're comfortable. All right, the water. The water. The Las Vegas water. All right, this is not to insult anybody that lives in Las Vegas, but maybe it's just because we come from a different city or whatever, but the public water, out the faucets, or not just the faucets, but when they gave you water to drink in the glasses and ice in restaurants and stuff, it was the Las Vegas water, and it didn't taste good at all to us. To each his own opinion. Like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but the water was not good to us. We was like, oh. So there are plenty of water vending machines. I think Aquafina must be one of the sponsors or something, but we saw Aquafina water vending machines everywhere. Plus they had other things in the vending machines, but we saw a lot of vending machines with like rolls and rolls of water. So we think a lot of other people probably had complained about the water too, because they got a lot of vending machines with water around, just like all water. So you can get them at your public transportation when you go on the monorail and the bus where you get on and off at. Usually they have an Aquafina water vending machine there, and they're about $2, and it's a little bit bigger than the standard water bottle, so it's affordable, and the Aquafina water tastes great. Also, count up your meal expenses before you go. Make sure your budget is intact. You know what you're going to spend or what you can spend. There is, as far as we saw, we didn't see anything under like $19.99. The average was $23.99 and up per meal. So one person, if you like, we did 2 meals and snacks per day, 2 meals, and then whatever we wanted to snack on. We really didn't eat a lot of snacks because you're just so excited to be there and everything, and you can't just, you know, get everything. So we were basically walking and sightseeing, and we had a couple snacks, but we did do 2 meals a day. So that was, we did breakfast and dinner and then snacks. So if you do, basically I say like 23 per meal, plus you got tax and tips, plus your snacks. So make sure you factor that in. Afterwards, me and my husband discovered we could have shared meals. For the amount of food we left behind, we really could have shared each meal. Your transportation there and back home. Lord have mercy. We went Frontier. And of course, my husband and Jalen were counting up the cost. You have to, do your budget and everything. So I don't know about what the price of the whole thing was or anything. But my husband was saying Frontier is good for getting you there and getting you back home. That's what it's good for. And we don't mean anything slight towards Frontier. It's a great airline. Like I said, it's a safe airline and way to go as far as we know of. But it's different from Delta and some of the other ones that offer like complimentary snacks. The other ones that we've been on were more comfortable. Now Frontier, the seats to us were not as comfortable. They were like thinner and stuff. They did not recline. The airline we were on, they did not recline, and the snacks were not complimentary. So it was fine getting, on the way there because we had a stop. So if you're just riding a plane for like 2 hours and you got to lay over, then a 2 hour again or whatever, it's not that bad. But the night we came home, we had been sightseeing all that day. We were sleepy when we got on the plane, and you just kind of want to recline. None of them reclined a lot anyway, but these didn't recline none. So be conscious of that when you're getting the airline to go on. That was the first time we did Frontier. We would probably do it again if we had a short flight. Like I said, short flight there and back. But them 3 and 4 hour flights, I don't know. You might see us again on Frontier. I'm just letting you know it's not the most comfortable, but it will get you there. Okay, now my husband wanted me to make sure I told y'all, do not sleep on the Fremont experience. That was everything. That was the older part of Las Vegas where the older hotels were. Plus they have zip lining, the street performers, all the shops and different things, restaurants, things to eat there. So y'all, don't sleep on Fremont. It was just like, oh my goodness, just so much to see. It's so much to see. I keep saying this. So it is so much to see in Las Vegas on this strip. But the Fremont experience, it was just different from the rest of the strip. It was like joyous and like a fun, and the other part of the strip with the newer things was like a ooh and an ah and elegant, this and that. But Fremont was like fun and exciting and all that. So the whole thing is amazing. They're just a little different. And he said, do not sleep on Hash House A Go-Go. And I say that too. That was amazing. We had the best breakfast there. I had never had that for breakfast, but I'm going to try to recreate that here at home. Hash House A Go-Go, do not sleep on that. Also, the Link Promenade, the Hash House A Go-Go was there, but there's so much there in that. It's like a little fancy alleyway, if you would. Just a lot of shops, lights everywhere, people everywhere. It was just beautiful. It was just fun. So make sure you go to the Links Promenade. And the last thing, the double-decker bus. Okay, if you have time, it would be good to ride that. But it stops at every stop. And when we went in March, and it was getting kind of crowded, in March. Later on in the season, it's going to be bustling, but they stop at every stop. And it took us a little while to get down the strip when we rode it. My husband said he thinks the open air double-decker bus kind of gets you from a certain spot to a certain spot without a lot of stops. But double check that before you go, just to make sure. So make sure you check out your transportation and everything before you go. They have the Las Vegas monorail. It doesn't go everywhere on the strip. Like, we had to, you know, catch the monorail and then the bus the rest of the way, which we could have rode the bus all the way. We just didn't know that at first. So make sure you check out all of the Las Vegas Strip's ways of transportation. The bus was fine. There's certain places where you can buy your tickets, and for the monorail as well. It's not hard. Just gotta, I would say, check it out before you go, so that when you get there, you're not, you know, all flustered and everything. And we're just thankful, you know, Jalen had told us about a lot of stuff and gave us the little itinerary before we left. So make sure, if you can, make an itinerary before you go. Check out things that you want to see. Make sure they're grouped in certain spots on the strip, so you can kind of like go, you know, in line and not have to go back and forth, because that will save a lot of time. So yeah, have an itinerary, pick out places you may want to eat, the places you want to sightsee and go, and pick out your transportation. Know how much money you have to spend, what kind of hotel you want to be in, and how much you can enjoy that particular hotel, or if you need something, you know, cheaper and more budget friendly if you're just going to be out and about. All right, so I hope those tips helped. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to do my best to answer them. I am not a Las Vegas pro, of course, at all, with just the 2 days I was there. So yeah, I will answer as much as I can, but do your research. You can do your research on YouTube, you can Google, and yeah, that's your best bet. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of videos on the channel. Make sure you check out the other 2 videos in this Las Vegas series. I will put them at the end of this video. If you're new here, check out the other videos on my channel. I have a lot of videos, cooking, how-to, vlogs, just a lot of things. All right, so you all be blessed, and I will see you guys next time right back here on Tracie's Place. Bye.